Welcome to day number 3 for your first week of strength training. Yes. So, just go through the videos here quickly with you. Same principles as day 1 and day 2. The only difference here is the exercises are going to probably be a little bit more challenging, all right? It's nothing too hard or too exerting. For you. You should all be able to accomplish this, and if not, there will be some modifications in which you can apply. All right. So once we've gone through these exercises here, we're going to be starting with a warm-up again as per usual, and your warm-up will be swinging arms. So you're going to be doing a variety of arm swings. So first you're going to be doing some vertical arm swings, and then some horizontal arm swings, and then we're going to move on to some other warm-up exercises, like flying dog again, okay? So make sure you're ready. You got everything that you need. No distractions as best as possible, especially your phone. And let's get ready to warm that body up. Okay, so some vertical arm swings, making sure you're controlling the movement. So you're not just swinging the arms, flaying them up and down uncontrollably. You want to control the movement so that the muscles are working and the joint itself is being warmed up in a controlled and safe manner. All right, that's it. Very nice. Some deep breaths, just roll the shoulders through a little bit. Now some horizontal swings. Crisscrossing over back, so left over right, right over left, left over right, right over left, left over right, right over left. And controlling it by pulling with the muscles at the back of the shoulders and squeezing the chest in together as you bring the arms in front. Very good, very good. Nice. Okay, onto some flying dogs. So right and left, left and right, right arm, left leg, squeeze the glute, try to keep those hips as stabilized as you possibly can, left arm, right leg, and keep alternating in such fashion. Trying to keep those hips as stabilized as you possibly can. As little rotation in the hips as possible. If you're not too sure, just go have a look in the mirror and see how you do in the mirror. You want to try to keep, so whenever you lift a leg up, you try to push that hip down towards the floor. That really helps to keep the hip stabilized. Okay? So as minimal rolling as possible. So when you lift the right leg, push that right hip down. Okay, so for next time, you'll know. All right, and then on to the first exercise for you for today. So you got Cobra Dips, which is going to be your first exercise. And you're going to start off in a push-up position with your hands placed around your nipple position, around where your nipples are on your chest. Okay, so your hands close to your chest. And then you're just going to be pushing the upper body up. Okay, and you can keep your lower body as low as you possibly can without resting your lower body on the floor as best as you possibly can. If not possible, then lower your hips and your legs to the floor, or as you see in the video, the knees, but you're just pushing those arms, extending them up so that upper body is rocking up and then back down again into that plank position. All right. So as little movement as possible in the lower body, just the upper body moving. That full extension of the elbows there. Okay, all done. Before we move on to the second set, just remember, you want to try to keep the lower body slightly off the floor as best that you can, and if need be, onto your knees. And then you want to keep the hips off the floor, as I said, and then just literally extending those arms up so that the upper body, the chest and the shoulders and the stomach lift up and then back down again. And then lift up as you extend and then back down as you bend those elbows. Let's get ready for the next set, second set. We've got 3 sets of this. And off we go. 8 Cobra Dips. Okay. So sometimes people do similar exercise to this where you have your hands up on a bench or a chair or something like that, and you've got your body in front of you, and then you lower the body down. This is a much safer exercise and actually more effective for the triceps too. There's very little pressure and effort on your shoulders as opposed to the other exercise, and this just gives you more emphasis on those tricep muscles, particularly that inside head, the head of the tricep that is on the inside, closer towards the body itself. Okay, let's get ready for the third set. Take some deep breaths, shake those arms out a little bit, perhaps roll the shoulders around a little bit as well. That might help, okay, just to take some pressure off those exerted tricep muscles. Okay, 10 seconds in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last set of Cobra Dips. Let's go. 8 repetitions. You've got this. I know you've got this. Yes, you do. Full extension of those arms, and then bend that elbow, lower that upper body. That's it. And 3, 4. Very nice. 5, breathe. Very good. 6, breathe. Very good. 7, come on, one more. Last one, and rest. Wow, how does that feel, hey? All right, so on to the next exercise. After your rest period, get some water. Take a couple of sips, nice and slow sips. Remember, swirl that water around in your mouth, and especially for the first mouthful, let the body know that you're going to be drinking some water. Prepare the body first before shocking it with a large gulp of water. So the next exercise is going to be thrusts. So you're going to start off in a push-up position. Your hands are going to be positioned directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to be pulling and pushing with your thighs. Okay, so you're going to pull back with your hamstrings, keeping those knees close to the floor. Get your glutes and your hips as far back as you can, and then you push forward with the quads, and you get as much of an extension of those legs and lock those hips in position, and you continue in such a fashion. All right, so let's get ready for this push-up position. You've got 3 sets of this, 40-second rest and 12 thrusts. Let's go. Pull back, push forward. Remember, when you pull back, you want to keep your knees as close to the ground as you can. When you push forward, lock those hips and knees in position. That's it. Be careful you don't drop the hips down towards the floor. Keep those hips locked in position. Very nice. Very good. Keeping those elbows slightly bent to support the muscles so you're not impacting the elbow joint. Very good. Very good. Well done. Good set and rest. Okay. So let's get ready for the second set. Again, keeping those knees close to the floor when you pull the hips back, and keep those hips in position when you push forward and extend those legs out. What a lot of people tend to do is they raise their hips when they pull back, and they drop their hips when they push forward. All right, I understand your legs may not be so strong, and that's totally okay for now. But make sure you do your form correctly. That's going to minimize any risk of injuries. Okay, form is imperative. Okay, and go. So even if you need to do only, say, 6 repetitions, rather do the correct form and technique than cheat and end up risking yourself and your low back and injuring your low back, I should say. That's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You've got this. You're doing great. You're doing great. This is a fantastic effort. Thrusts are not a very particularly easy exercise, but that's the point of day 3, is to challenge yourself a little bit more. Push the envelope a little bit. Well done. Good going. Okay, one more set to go of thrusts. Take some deep breaths in now. Just rest on your knees. Don't go walking around wasting energy. Just rest on the knees. After you've done this set, then you can walk around for a bit. You've got a minute's time to rest. You can even push pause if you want to. Okay, let's get ready in position. You're in push-up position on your knees to start before we get going. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, off your knees in that plank position and pull. Get those hips back and push. Pull, push. That's it. 10 more. 9 more. 8 more. Come on, you've got this. That's it. 6 to go. Very nice. 4 more. This is all yours. Take it away. 2 to go. Come on, come on, come on. You've got this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got this. Last one and rest. Well done. Fantastic effort. Whew. Take a breather now. Get some rest. Walk around a little bit. Okay, so for the next block of the next exercise you're going to be doing, all right, you're going to be doing some shifting planks. Again, 3 sets of this. So you're going to be in a plank position on your elbows with your hands and your elbows about shoulder width apart. Okay, or you can place your hands together, but your elbow should be about shoulder width apart, feet close together, controlling your hip height throughout this exercise. So your hips should always remain horizontal, so the body's as straight as possible. And what you're doing is you're shifting the body weight backwards and forwards. You're pushing off your shoulders and your toes and your ankles back and forth, back and forth. All right, so in position quickly, in 5 seconds for the first set. And 2, 1, let's go. Shifting planks, 12 of these. That's 1 and 2 and 3. That's it. Just keep it going like that. Breathing throughout the movement. 6, pushing forward with your toes and pushing and pulling off your shoulders. Very nice. Almost there. Almost there. You've got this. And rest. Well done. 40 seconds rest. Okay, 2 more sets to go. Now, as opposed to normal planks where this is a static contraction, this is obviously because it's shifting. You're in a static hold, but you're shifting those muscles backwards and forwards. You're forcing all the muscles in that lower back and those core area, those deep stomach muscles to really engage, really work and fire up. Okay, you're firing up those nerves that typically most probably haven't been fired up for a long time. So let's get ready for set 2. And off we go. That's the way. Nice and easy. Breathing on each repetition. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Watch your hips. Be careful that as you get tired, you don't start to drop the hips towards the floor. You're trying to keep that body as straight as you can. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the bum. Squeeze those glute muscles. And rest. Well done. Okay, 1 more set of this to go. How are we feeling? Feeling good? I trust you are. Trust this is doing the job for you. Because if it ain't, then you are super fit. Now, not necessarily super fit, but this is probably not necessarily what you're used to training, all right? Or how you're used to training. If you've been training in the past, if you haven't, then this is going to be a great shock for your system, but not too taxing, not too much. So you need to get some good rest after this as well, and perhaps have an additional stretch after this workout. Okay, off we go. Last set. So as I said, this is day 3, so you can always add an additional stretch from what we've done thus far. Do some more stretches for another 1 or 2 days, even later on in the day, depending on what time you're doing this exercise or this routine. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You've got this. That's it. Breathe. Breathe. Well done. See, at the end of the day, when you start getting tired, before you fatigue, you just keep breathing. Focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing. And what I don't want you doing is completely fatiguing to the point of exhaustion. All right. I want you just to, if you do feel you're going to fatigue, just stop, pause, reset after a few seconds, and then continue thereafter. Okay. Then, before we move on to our last exercise, which is going to be side lunges, just remember, take some water in, no gulping. Just let it nice and easily into the system. Let the body absorb that water. Take it in nice and comfortably so you're not feeling any discomfort in the stomach or heartburn or anything like that. All right. So the last exercise is going to be, or the next exercise I should say, is going to be side lunges. And so I want you to start off with your feet nice and wide apart, lean to one side, and then step over to the opposite side and lean again. All right, when you're leaning, that bent knee must be taking all the body weight. The inside leg, which is the extended leg, that foot should stay flat, and you just bend that knee and pivot the hips backwards. So push those hips back, keep the weight in that bent knee. That's it. Try to keep the upper body as upright as you possibly can. And we're doing 4 sets of this. Okay? 4 sets. Yes. Loving it. Well done. Okay, so with the side lunges, as I said, you want to try to keep the body upright as best that you possibly can, and then making sure that the weight and the pressure and the movement is on that bent knee, that outside leg. That inside leg or the straightened leg is just holding you and supporting you. That's all it should be doing. Just helping ensure that you don't fall over. Okay, let's get ready for round number 2, or set number 2, in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. That's the way. 6 by 6. 2. Pushing off that bent knee. 2. Careful you're not pulling with the upper body or pulling with that straight leg, because you're going to strain that inner thigh. And 4. 5. Last one for each leg. And rest. Bravo. Well done. Deep breaths. Shake those legs out perhaps. Right. Focus on what you got to do for the next set. Reminding yourself what we've been talking about. What I've been emphasizing on for the side lunges. Careful that you're not pulling in with that inside leg, that straightened leg, but you're pushing with that bent knee. Okay? So in 10, 9, you've got this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and let's go. Nice and controlled. Very good. Breathe. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Very nice. See how far I get my hips back there? So my feet are always flat. No, as little pressure as possible on my back. And rest. Nice. One more set to go. One more set. One more set. You've got this. I know you've got it. Okay, if you need to have some water, just a sip. No more than a sip. I'm watching you. Okay, in 16, 15, 14. Let's make this a good set, all right? This is the last side lunges. Let's make it a good one. Let's get those legs working in the correct manner. 2, 1, and off we go. 5 more on each side to go. 4 more on each side. That's it. You're doing good. You're doing good. In fact, you're doing great. Almost. Nice job. Well done. Excellent. And have another rest. Phew. So now you've got some staggered push-ups coming in. This is your last exercise for the day before we do some stretching. So staggered push-ups, you're gonna be alternating one hand in front of you, slightly in front of you, just in front of your shoulders, not too far, and then the other hand will be around where your nipple line is, and you're going to be doing a push-up in such a manner. All right. Perhaps start off on your knees so that you get until you got used to the rhythm and the technique. All right. Then if you got the strength, if you feel you've got the strength, then go off your knees and do a full staggered push-up, but with a full range of motion. Okay, so in position now, on the floor on your knees, with one hand slightly in front of your shoulders, other hand around about your nipple line, and let's get ready in 2, 1, and staggered push-ups. So that's 4 on each side. That's 8 in total. Trying to get as full a range of motion as you can. Controlling the hips, the hip movement, squeezing those glutes. Very good. You've got this. Yes. Very nice. One more for each arm. And rest. Bravo. 2 more sets to go. Yes, only 3 sets for this. So I know this is not easy, but it's so good for you. Okay. I know you may disagree with me right now on that, but that's totally fine. All right. Why I say it's so good for you is because you're working those chest muscles in different angles, different ways that you, as opposed to a normal push-up. Okay. So in 10, let's get ready for set number 2. 8, 7, 6. And I trust you in position, ready to go. Let's do it. That's it. 2 down, 6 to go. And 4. Go down onto your knees if you need to. Just try to get as much of a range of motion as you can. Maximum range of motion. 1 more for each arm. Remember, if you're on your knees, the whole upper body comes down. Well done. So if you're on your knees, that whole upper body must come down towards the floor. Not just the upper back, shoulders, and chest, okay? The whole body must drop down. Otherwise, you're not exercising the muscles correctly. So I trust you get that, all right? Before we move on to the 3rd and final set of staggered push-ups. Yes, please. Okay, let's get ready in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So if you're doing this on your knees, you know what you need to do or how to do it. Okay, this is your last set before we do some stretches. So breathe, focus. You've got this. That's it. Well done. Almost. You're almost done. And bravo. Okay. Phew. Okay, get a quick sip of water in. You only got less than 30-second rest from here on in, and then we're going to be doing some stretches. So we're going to be starting off in a seated position, in a hurdler stretch position. So one knee is tucked, or one knee is bent, and your foot is tucked in to the bum. The other leg, the opposite leg, is stretched out in front of you, and then you're going to lean backwards slightly, and you're going to twist the body. All right. So you're going to stretch those quads, the front of the thighs. So as you see in the video, lean backwards with the one knee bent. Try to keep that knee no more than 45 degree angle. All right. And then just lean backwards, bending that back arm or going down onto the elbow if you're flexible enough. And then twist the upper body in the opposite direction. So you get that, you emphasize that stretch in the quad muscles. Got it? Trust you do. And then just breathe. And then come forward. Now, with the opposite hand, reach out to that extended leg. So the corresponding hand, bring that out to the side of the body so you've got enough room to move. And if you can't reach for your feet or your toes, if you can't stretch that far, grab underneath the leg and then pull the body down as far as you can. Otherwise, grab the toes and pull the feet in towards you as you stretch forward. And get that body down. Just slowly, continuously pull the body down and breathe. That's it. Very nice. Nice and easy. Okay, switch legs. So bend the knee, tuck that heel into the bum, and then lean backwards and twist the body in the opposite direction. Just swing the arm over and twist it slightly. And then come down onto that forearm if you can. If not, then just stay on the arm, on your hand, I should say. And then lean backwards. Breathe. Thinking of good things, relaxing things. Just think of the workout you just had, where you're feeling it in your body. Sit up and then come forward and stretch it out. So remember the corresponding hand, bring that hand forward enough so that you've got enough space to lean forward, and then reach with the opposite arm out. When I say corresponding hand, I mean with the extended leg. And then reach and slowly pull the body down, pull the body down. Don't force it too much. If you find the leg is trembling, then just hold back a little bit. Well done. Okay, now we're going to be doing a bit of a hip stretch now. So you're going to lay down on your back, and then you're going to tuck your left knee in a little bit and then pull it over the body, keeping that left arm flat on the floor to the side of you as you see in the video. And just let the right arm pull that left knee down. Don't force it. Just let the weight of the arm pull the knee down, and then extend that leg out. Once you feel you've got that stretch in position, extend that foot. You're going to feel a deep stretch in your low back and your hips. Okay, you're stretching your ITB here, your iliotibial band. Wow, that's a tongue twister. So with the band, it's not like a muscle where you stretch and you release the pressure and the muscle stretches and relaxes more. But with a band, you're actually releasing pressure, but the moment you release that stretch, that band returns back to its original position. So it's not something that becomes flexible. It's like an elastic band. Okay, the only way it's going to really become really flexible is if you overstretch it. So what you're doing here is you're stretching that band, and that band runs from the hip, the lower back area, the hip, all the way down to the foot. And you're just releasing so much pressure with this particular stretch. Remember, you just want the arm just to be, the weight of the arm just to be pulling that leg down without forcing anything. Breathing and breathing. Nice. Okay, last bit of stretches. We're going to be doing some tricep stretches. So you're standing with your feet about shoulder width apart, and then you just raise the one arm above your head, behind your head, and then with the opposite hand, grab the elbow, let that hand drop down between the shoulder blades, and then just lean over to the side. And if you want to, in this case, you've got your left arm, so you take your right foot, cross it over your left foot, and then just tilt the body to the right. And you get a deep stretch all the way through the leg, the hip, the lat area, and through the tricep and the back of the arm. Then switch sides. Very nice. Just breathe, breathe. Nice and easy. Don't try to force anything too much. Okay, for the last stretch we're going to do for the last 30 seconds or so, we're going to be basically doing an anterior neck stretch. So you're looking up at an angle, let's say a 45-degree angle, and looking up towards the ceiling, and then you're pushing the arm down. So if you're looking to the right, you're pushing the left arm down. You're forcing the arm down as opposed to forcing the neck. And then switch sides. And then looking to the left, you push the right arm down. Almost there. Well done. Great workout. Fantastic effort. I trust you enjoyed it.